What is going on out there, peeps? All right, good lordy, man. In the last couple of days, I did a video on the 800 numbers and redemption centers, and you thought I pissed all over people's Wheaties. Good lord, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's real simple. As long as I've been doing this and all the research I've ever done, I have never, ever, ever came across any factual evidence that there's going to be 800 numbers, redemption centers, nor is there any type of humanitarian projects. That's just my opinion, and I shared that opinion. All the research I've done, anytime I've came across any mention of it, it's always from other gurus. Okay? I can't stand that name, by the way, gurus. Just say YouTubers, other YouTubers, Dinarian YouTubers. Okay? I've never seen any proof of that. That doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean I'm wrong. I'm just saying to you, this is my opinion because it was asked. I couldn't figure out why I was getting a flood of questions about them. Later on, of course, I found out, Charles made a video. And again, I said this plenty of times, and that is the one person I can tell you for sure that's making YouTube videos that does have legitimate intel and insider information. That is Charles. I know who Charlie knows, a lot of his people, all right? So the point being, again, but if just because Charlie says it doesn't mean I will always agree with Charles. I'm sure there's stuff that I say that Charles don't agree with. So the point being, if people have proof of the 800 numbers, the humanitarian projects, these so-called redemption centers, other than they got the information from some other person's YouTube channel or one of these YouTubers' website, then by all means share it. And I will go on there and make a video and make the correction, apologize, and then share the proper information. I'm just saying from what I've been able to find out, there's nothing out there that says that there is 800 numbers, redemption centers, nor the need for humanitarian projects. That's it. Okay? So anyways, let's get into what's going on over there because our boy Al-Kademi is the shiznick, and what I said was happening. Man, see, this is getting really easy to predict now. I told you what I felt was going to really be happening and why he was meeting with these guys, and boy howdy, once again, I was right. I told you when he got over there, you're going to find out that when he got to the United States, you're going to see a lot of movement for memorandums of understanding getting signed. I was right. Okay. But that's neither here nor there. The point being, look, some of this is starting to become predictable. Okay. This is good. Anyways, I have a huge major announcement today regarding gold and silver. So make sure you stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss it. And when I tell you that you should be making a move now towards gold and silver, you should be making that move now. Okay? So if you are considering buying precious metals, please give our friends over at Money Metals Exchange a consideration and stop procrastinating. All right? If you buy more than $100 worth of precious metals, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and get a free ½ ounce of silver. Quick reminder, we have Pimpy's Investment Chat. It's the same name as the YouTube channel. In here, we talk about investment opportunities. Gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, the whole 9 yards. In addition to that, we have no politics, though. No politics. Bring it over here to the hidden things in front of your eyes, all right? In here, we do talk about political things, current events, and so on. All right, let's get into what's going on because it's starting to look really good. Okay, so completing the procedures for automating customs and tax work within a period not exceeding 6 months. This is 6 months. This is what I'm talking about. Jumping all over it, getting things accomplished. Al-Kademi putting pressures on people to actually do their job. Okay, so automation is going to help them with dealing with collecting fees and stuff that they need at border crossings. And it's going to help make it a lot easier. You're going to see the revenues increase at these border crossings. So anyways, this goes into what it is they're talking about. You know what I mean? So, and it's talking about having to take care of the team chaired by the Customs and Borders Ports Project to automate customs procedures in accordance with the, I believe it's pronounced Diwani Order 22 for the year 2020 for this purpose of organizing the work of the border crossings and taking modern electronic measures to eliminate administration and financial corruption and waste of public money and the provisions for controlling state imports and border crossings and to initiate implementation of the decisions of the Diwani Order which confirm that the Ministry of Finance takes this requirement measures to complete the automation, customs, and tax work within a period not exceeding 6 months. So this, again, is money that's coming into the government, much needed money. Okay, they talked about this before. Then the person who was this senior person who was an Iranian-backed individual said that this was all lies and the media was lying about it. And then obviously today you can see, guess what? They are having a meeting about it. I don't think Al-Qaeda is going to be playing around at all. This is getting done. Again, I have to just quickly remind you guys, I'm going to be doing a precious metal video that you do not want to miss. Okay? So I just wanted to bring that up again. Let's get into this. All right, here it is. I was more than positive that this was going to happen. I knew this. I knew after Al-Qademi had met extensively with our people over here in the United States. He met with Mike Pompeo, Kushner, Trump. And what did I thought was going to happen? Not only were we going to meet, when these three leaders got together, that what? They wouldn't just be talking about trade, security, the Rona. I also said that they're going to, I'm sure more than ever, Trump was going to approach them all of them, about jumping aboard this Arab peace agreement. And sure enough, it was discussed. Okay? So, again, Trump, bringing peace to the Middle East. I think you're going to see some other big announcements between now and election time. But I think the best part of what's going to happen over here in the Middle East is going to be done in his second term. All right? Okay, so let's get into this a little bit. So the three leaders met with one another. And of course, what do they talk about? The main stuff. In an effort to deepen coordination, cooperation, and strategic integration between the three brotherly countries on the economic developments, political, security, culture, and other levels. And based on the foundation of the joint Arab nations, okay, and with the aim of consolidating into practical and fruitful actions within the framework of coordinating efforts aimed at enhancing security and stability in the region. Of course, they talked about that stuff, but let's get down here to a little bit more. Keep going. Okay, so you get down about right here. It talks about all the things they need to do. All the summits, all the things they want to do in trade, what the three sides need to do, and then we get to here. The leaders reviewed regional and international developments and efforts to resolve regional crises and enhance regional peace and security. The leaders emphasized the centrality of the Palestine cause and stressed the need to activate efforts to achieve a just and comprehensive peace that meets all the legitimate rights of the brotherly Palestine people. Remember, when Trump came in there and he was sitting right next to Bibi, the leader of Israel, he said, look, we're going to strike a peace deal and both sides are going to have to give. He said that. He said there's going to be talks of a two-state deal. Right there in front of Bibi. You can see Bibi's face wasn't too happy about it, but it's going to happen. Okay? So let's get on over here. It says, so the leaders and, okay, so yeah, brotherly Palestinian people, especially the rights on independent, sovereign, and viable state on the entirety of its national territory and its capital. Sorry about that. I lost my place. In accordance with international law and relevant international legitimacy discussions or decisions and initiative, Arab peace. It's going to happen. The leaders affirmed that resolving the conflict on the basis of international legitimacy, resolutions, and the Arab Peace Initiative. I told you guys that we're definitely going to be talking about this. You start getting a lot of these Arab nations together and they get on board this. Oh, yeah, this is big news. And also, make no doubt about it, I could tell you for a fact that they are talking to Iran as well. I think what they're doing is just waiting to see what happens in the election. So they're just holding out with this last bit of hope. They stressed the need for Israel to stop annexing any Palestinian lands and all measures that undermine the chances of achieving a just peace. And they aim to change the historic and legal status quo in Jerusalem and its Islamic and Christian sanctities. Okay, so again, I really think that most of this groundwork has already been laid out. I really do. All right. The fact that they're now openly talking about it tells me that this has been in some talks for a while. UAE going on first, I think, was a huge step. Then I was telling you, hey, look, get ready, because the next three people they're going to go after to come public was who? Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and Iraq. When Iraq was here and we heard they're meeting with the Jordanian and Egyptian leader, I said, get ready. They're going to be talking about this. Sure enough, that was in the discussion. This is crazy, crazy in a good way. This would bring so much stability and richness to the Middle East for all people. And I mean all, because they don't leave anybody out, because they go on to talk about the other nations that are there that are hurting. Hold on one second, because they're talking about, here they are. The leaders emphasize the importance of intensifying efforts to reach political solutions to the crisis in the region, especially the crisis in Syria, Libya, and Yemen. Keep in mind, over there is open slave trades to this day. The last administration had destabilized the Middle East so bad that they have open slave trade going on right now. They want to come over here and lecture us about our history. Meanwhile, they've opened slave markets in the countries they destabilized. Okay? The leaders reiterated their affirmation of standing by the Republic of Iraq in protecting its sovereignty, security, stability, and its efforts to consecrate security and stability, achieve aspirations of the people. And they also said they want to put them back in the forefront, is where it says later on down here. So again, they need to be. They're right smack in the middle of the Middle East. That would be the gateway to a lot of international business coming into the Middle East. Time to bring back stability. Let's bring back prosperity to the people in the Middle East. Let's bring back peace to the Middle East. This is very achievable. And man, I should never doubt that Trump could get these things accomplished. I actually probably more of his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, man. Although right now I noticed that our friends and some of the intelligence agencies now have magically come up with some reasons to start investigating him, because he's become a threat to Democrats' re-election. And now all of a sudden the Democrats want to investigate more crap. Oh man, I tell you, these people will not stop. They're going to continue to go unless we have a red tsunami in the next election, which send a message loud and clear that you cannot buy America. Anyways, Al-Kadhimi goes on to just say in his speech about the same thing we just talked about, the interest of it over here. In his speech, I'm pleased to express how happy I am to meet with the leaders of his brotherly or sisterly, he says sisterly here before his brotherly countries. I commend the historic and solid relations of our, it should be three countries, and I reiterate our firm stance on issues of common interest and the keenness to integrate our Arab people and their sovereignty, independence, and stability. That's for all nations. Okay? Iraq adheres to the establishment of balanced relations with all neighboring countries and attaches importance to protecting the sovereignty, security, and stability. Okay, so this is good. There is one thing that was mentioned, though, that I just didn't like the wording at all. You know, right here you'll see one of the things they spoke about that I was like, oh, I don't like that you guys use this. So anyways, His Excellency, well, the three leaders call to reset globalization. I was like, no, don't use those words. This is not good. I hope they're not thinking about joining this so-called Great Reset. That's not what we want. But the fact that they use the words reset globalization, I was like, no, I don't want, not those words. Don't use those words. Nonetheless, it's looking really, really good. It goes on down here. You can see there's other articles about the talks. It also goes on. It talks about the disputed files that's between Egypt and, or not Egypt, it's between Erbil and Baghdad. You know what I mean? So everything else is looking good. And here's another thing I wanted to show you. Sure enough, I told you while they were over there, Iraq and Britain signed memorandums of understanding, and its details are revealed. They're talking about doing more business together. This is good, in my opinion, both for Britain as well as Iraq. Britain, because what happened after Brexit, they really need to start putting together some great trade deals to start happening with the economy of their people. All right, you guys, that's it for now. I just wanted to share this with you and let you know that this is really big. We're looking at possible peace in the Middle East. Stabilization would be huge. Do you understand what that does? Outside investors would come in. The economy of Iraq would boom. That would cause a nice, huge increase in the value of the Iraqi dinar. Also, again, one last time, I cannot stress this enough. I'm going to be doing a separate video regarding gold and silver that you should not miss. All right? If you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later.